Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible, most daring, and honestly, most gut-wrenching missions of the Second World War. It's called Operation Anthropoid, and it's a story of unbelievable courage, horrifying revenge, and a question that is still hard to answer even today. Picture this. It's the dead of winter, 1941. It's pitch black over Nazi-occupied Czechoslovakia. Two men are plummeting through the darkness. They are soldiers, Józef Gabčík and Jan Kubiš, parachuting back into the country they were forced to flee. Right from the start, though, things go wrong. Their landing is a disaster, they're miles off target, and their whole mission is already hanging by a thread.
Now, you have to understand, they weren't sent to take out just any Nazi. Their target was a man so cruel, so utterly without mercy, that even Adolf Hitler himself, admiringly called him the man with the iron heart. He was one of the chief architects of the Holocaust. So who was this monster they were sent to kill?
That man was SS Obergruppenführer Reinhard Heydrich. By the time he showed up in Prague in 1941, his reputation for pure evil had already earned him a nickname that sends a chill down your spine: the Butcher of Prague.
So, on the one hand, the Nazi propaganda machine sold Heydrich as the absolute perfect Aryan. Tall, blonde, an Olympic-level fencer, the whole package. But the reality? It was something else entirely. He had this thin, high-pitched voice, and he was apparently eaten alive by insecurity. He was haunted by rumors that he had Jewish ancestry, and kids used to taunt him with the nickname Blonde Moses, a name he absolutely hated. It's pretty terrifying to think that this deep-seated insecurity probably fueled his monstrous ambition. And wow, did that ambition take him places. He becomes the head of the Reich Security Main Office, which basically means he controlled everything. The Gestapo, the criminal police, all of Nazi intelligence. He was the guy who organized Kristallnacht, the Night of Broken Glass, and just a few months before our story really kicks off, he was put in charge of planning the final solution, the systematic murder of all Europe's Jews. His final job was becoming the absolute dictator of the Czech lands.
And when he got to Prague, well, he unleashed hell. He ordered arrests, executions, deportations, all on a massive scale. His entire goal was to just completely break the spirit of the Czech people. And that's how he cemented his title, the Butcher of Prague.
But even in all that darkness, a plan was taking shape. For the Czech government in exile, hiding out in London, taking out Heydrich wasn't just about payback. No, it was about sending a message. It was about proving to the world and to their own people back home that they were not broken, that Czechoslovakia was still in the fight. The code name for this mission? Operation Anthropoid.
And the men picked for this, let's be honest, this suicide mission, were Józef Gabčík and Jan Kubiš. These were soldiers who had escaped their own country just so they could keep fighting. They became best friends while serving together, and after they were trained by the British Special Forces, Gabčík actually insisted that Kubiš be his partner. He basically said, if I'm going, he's going with me. They knew the risks, but they were ready to strike back, no matter what it cost them.
So, the mission was simple, but absolutely insane. Go into the heart of the enemy's territory and assassinate one of the most powerful and well-protected men in the entire Nazi regime.
Okay, so after months of hiding out, of planning, of watching their target's every move with the help of the local resistance, the day of the attack finally arrives.
It's the morning of May 27th. Heydrich is cruising to his office in his fancy open-top Mercedes. Gabčík steps out into the road, raises his submachine gun, aims, and pulls the trigger. Click. Nothing. The gun jams. Can you even imagine the panic? But then, Heydrich makes a fatal mistake. Out of pure arrogance, he tells his driver to stop the car, and he stands up to shoot Gabčík himself. That split second is all Jan Kubiš needs. He hurls a specially made bomb right at the car.
The bomb goes off, and in all the smoke and chaos, both Gabčík and Kubiš manage to get away. But as they're running for their lives, they believe they've failed. Heydrich is wounded, for sure, but he's alive. The mission, it seems, was a disaster.
But here's where the story takes a wild turn. The mission actually worked, just not in the way anyone expected. You see, the bomb shrapnel wasn't what killed him. The explosion tore apart the car's seat, and bits of the upholstery, which was made of horsehair, were blasted deep into Heydrich's wounds. A massive infection set in, and 8 days later, the Butcher of Prague died from sepsis.
So Heydrich is dead, but this is where the story gets truly dark.
The Nazi retaliation for this one act of defiance was swift, and it was on a scale that is just hard to comprehend.
The Nazis decided they needed to make an example. They picked a small mining village called Lidice. Did Lidice have anything to do with the assassination? Nope, not a thing. It was just a random place on a map with 503 people living their lives.
On June 10th, Nazi troops sealed off the village. They dragged out every single man and any boy over the age of 15, 173 of them, and shot them dead against a barn wall.
The women were shipped off to concentration camps, and the children, most of them, 82 kids, were declared unfit to be raised as Germans, so they were taken to an extermination camp and murdered in gas vans.
And they didn't just kill the people, they set out to erase the entire village from existence. They burned every house, every building down to the ground. They bulldozed the rubble flat. They even dug up the cemetery. And they filmed the whole thing as a warning to the world about the price of resistance. Within a year, Lidice was just an empty field.
Now, while all of this horror is unfolding, a massive manhunt is underway for the assassins. And this brings us to the final, tragic chapter of this story.
The Nazis put out a huge reward for information, and someone took the bait. One of their own men, another paratrooper, Karol Czerta. He betrays them. He leads the Gestapo to the families who would help them hide. And after one family's son is brutally tortured, he breaks and reveals the hiding place, the crypt of a local church in Prague.
The odds were just impossible. I mean, look at this. Inside that church, you have Gabčík, Kubiš, and 5 other paratroopers, 7 men. Outside, more than 700 SS and Gestapo troops surrounding the building. 7 against 700.
And yet, they fought for hours. They held off the entire siege. It was only when the Nazis finally breached the crypt and started pumping water in to flood them out that the surviving paratroopers knew it was over. With their last bullets, they took their own lives, choosing death over being captured.
An unbelievable act of defiance, right to the bitter end. Their names became symbols of resistance, and we remember them today. Joseph Gabčík, Jan Kubiš.
So all of this leaves us with a really tough question, one that historians still debate. The assassination was a huge symbolic win for the Allies, but the cost, the reprisals, led to the murder of thousands of innocent people. So how do we judge this? Was Operation Anthropoid a necessary spark of defiance against pure evil, or was the price that was paid just too high?